you for tuning in for Richardson 6th Grade Academy's Florida Standards Assessment Mathematics Preparation video. Let's get ready for the FSA math. For more information about how your child will need to prepare for the Florida Standards Assessment Test in math, the greatest resource available to you is your child's mathematics teacher. For additional resources and ideas and any questions that you may have after this presentation is done, please contact the Richardson 6th Grade Academy Title I Parent Resource Room at 386-755-8153 or email kellyn@columbiak12.com. RSGA students will take the Florida Standards Assessments in Mathematics on May 19th and May 20th if your child is attending Richardson 6th Grade Academy in person. All Columbia homeroom students will test from May 24th through May 26th. For Columbia homeroom students, the dates your child will test will depend on your child's testing group. Please contact Mr. Branch, your child's Columbia homeroom teacher, for more information if you have questions about the dates. The FSA mathematics assessment occurs in 3 sessions with 60 minutes per session. Students are tested in 5 different domains on the FSA math test. 30% of the test items will come from the expressions and equations standards for 6th grade mathematics. Students will need a strong foundation in the number system and basic operations in order to be successful on the Florida Standards Assessment for math. The FSA mathematics test contains more than multiple choice item choices. There are 6 types of item choices that may appear on the paper-based test that the students will take. Multiple choice items will be one of the 6 types. Students will also see multi-select items where they must select all correct answers from among a number of options. Editing task choice items where they fill in a bubble to indicate the correct number, word, or phrase. Selectable hot text involve excerpted sentences from text presented. Students would fill in bubbles to indicate which sentences are true or correct. Students also receive equation editor or gridded response items where the correct answer is written into spaces, and then students must fill in the corresponding bubbles indicating numbers and mathematical symbols to create the response. Students are practicing answering gridded response item questions in class so that they will be proficient in time for the FSA tests. The final item type involves matching items, where students are presented with options in columns and rows. Fill in a bubble that matches the correct option with the correct option from the row. Typically, there's only one correct option per row or column, though the number of correct items may vary. We've included special instructions for completing the response gridded items or gridded response items because typically these are the types of items where children tend to make the greatest amount of mistakes. Using the information presented on this particular slide, if you believe your child will need more practice completing the response grids, please reach out to your child's mathematics teacher or please reach out to the parent resource room and we can give you some sample response grids for your child to practice at home. Students will receive a grade 6 FSA mathematics reference sheet. This reference sheet can be used during the grade 6 Florida Standards Assessment Test for mathematics in order to assist with completing items from the measurement domain of the Florida Standards for 6th grade. These are sample questions from a mathematics practice test, just so parents can see examples of the types of items that the children will see. The first item that is here is one where students are already given the product to the expression. They're given both factors, but students have to determine the digit that is correct that will fill in the square from a number of multiple choice items. A sample of a gridded response item occurs on the right. Students have to fill in correctly the correct answer. If there are any slashes, these are for fraction items. The dots are for decimals that may appear in a choice, and each character they enter into these spaces must be gridded in and matched with the selection choices from the bottom. This is a multiple select item where there's more than one correct answer. Please encourage your child to look for key words in the questions that will give them clues as to whether there's only one correct item or more than one correct item. With this particular item choice, the word statements, because of the S on the end, indicates that this is a plural form of the word, which means there is more than one correct item. So students know that among the answer choices, more than one of the item choices is the correct answer. For the item that is on the right, there are 3 different parts. Children must select an answer for each of those parts. If one part is omitted, then the item would be considered as incorrect. In these samplings of items, students are given the opportunity to choose a correct answer in more than one section. Every single section must have a corresponding answer in order for the item to be considered as correct. There are many resources available online to help your child to prepare for the Florida Standards assessments. One great resource recommended by all of our mathematics teachers during our spring curriculum nights involves the Khan Academy website. Khan Academy has a number of tutorials on mathematics skills that are taught in the mathematics curriculum. If there is a particular skill where your child struggles, we recommend visiting the khanacademy.org website, typing in a few keywords about that skill and searching, and videos will appear that teach your child step by step how to answer questions associated with the skill. If your child is still working on mastering basic mathematics facts or basic mathematics skills, we included an additional page of a variety of websites that your child can visit to practice their basic skills so that they're sharp on test day. These are a few mathematics test-taking strategies that will help your child to do well on the 6th grade mathematics Florida Standards assessments. Every 6th grade student received a daily math countdown packet. Math homework needs to be done every night in order for the children to practice. Each day in the mathematics classes, teachers review the items in the countdown packet, reviewing the correct answer choices, and discussing why those answer choices are correct. For any item types that are missed, Ask your child's math teachers for iReady tasks to be assigned to your child and additional activities that will help them build proficiency or skill in those areas so that they will do well on the FSAs. On test day, before starting, have your child to determine the amount of time needed for each question and to budget their time based on this. For mathematics, one strategy we recommend is going through the test and the items that your child can answer easily, answering those items first, then going back and revisiting more challenging items with remaining time that's left. It is important for students to read the instructions for each question carefully. And for multiple choice and multiple select items and questions, read carefully to know if one answer should be marked or if there are multiple answers for each question. Fill in all bubbles. Do not circle, cross through, or fill in any blanks. For editing task items, fill in the bubble before the correct answer. If an answer is written in the blank, but the bubble is not filled in, the answer will not be scored. For mathematics, every single 6th grade student needs to work out their math problems on paper using their mathematics interactive notebooks to help with strategies. Students should not work out mathematics problems in their heads. By working out problems on paper, students have an opportunity to review the processes used in mathematics, and if there's potentially a mistake made, it's an opportunity to see and revisit the work that's done to see where the mistake could have been made. If an answer is changed on the Florida Standards Assessment Test, it should be erased completely. Students should be careful not to rip or tear the test. Every question of the FSA mathematics test should be answered. There is no penalty for guessing, so utilizing the time that they have, answer every single question and do not leave any question on the test unanswered. If time is running out, make sure every single question is read so that every question can be answered. And if your child finishes before time is called, all questions and answer choices should be reviewed along with answers chosen. Students should take remaining time to review every single question and every single answer on the test. We included some overall test preparation strategies that will be helpful in preparing your child for the FSA assessments. The most important thing kids can do is to complete the daily math countdown math problems that are given by their teacher. These are some general strategies that can be used in order to help your child prepare for testing in any domain of the Florida Standards Assessments. Showing up every day at school and doing their best in school each day is the best way students can prepare for the Florida Standards Assessments. Completing all class and homework assignments and then reviewing graded assignments with your child each time they're assigned is critical as well. Having your child practice skills in real life situations so that skills have meaning beyond tests in the classroom. That's a beneficial strategy. Our attitude about these assessments goes a long way with our children. If we're positive about the assessments and we encourage our children to be positive, your child will feel more confident and prepared. For the 2020-2021 school year, the Florida Standards Assessments are being used in order to determine areas that your child has mastered and areas that provide opportunities for growth. So please encourage them by helping them to understand that the Florida Standards Assessments give teachers a snapshot of what they've learned. It gives the teachers information concerning where your child still needs to develop. So please encourage them to try their hardest and to do their best and to stay encouraged. Also, in reviewing work at home, have your child to begin proving and disproving their answers. If your child has test anxiety, these are a few strategies that can be used to help them prepare for testing. Whenever we discuss the Florida Standards assessments with our students, make sure that we're calm. Also, keep in mind your child's personality, and depending on your child, it may put them at ease to see some sample items online. As you review strategies, make a game plan of strategies that your child can use on test day. What happens if they get off track? What can they do to calm themselves down if they get anxious? Help boost their confidence beforehand by reviewing their homework, talking about their grades, and making sure that they're reading nightly. Our entire school community is rooting for them to try their hardest, do their best, and to show what they know. After the first day, sit down with the children and discuss the ups and downs of test day. What went well? What are some things you can try to do tomorrow? And then make a new and improved game plan for day 2 of testing. On each day of testing, make sure your child gets a good night's sleep, eats a nutritious breakfast, aims for a stress-free morning. It is imperative that students arrive at school on time. If your child is late and arrives after the test session has begun, they will not be admitted into their classroom. They will have to sit and wait until the test session ends for the entire school, and they will have to make up the test at a later time. Encourage your child to do his or her best and to use all strategies that have been taught. For more information about the Florida Standards Assessments, please visit FSAassessments.org and take the online practice test as well. If you have any questions, once again, please feel free to contact your child's language arts teacher or reach out to the curriculum resource teacher at kellyn at columbiak12.com or by calling 386-755-8153. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.